Hello, everybody. We are the Geeks and the Giants. I am Enzo. This is my forever co-host, John. And this week, we're talking about Spider-Man related things. Starting with one of three Sony Marvel movies this year. The other two being Kraken, Kraven the Hunter, and Venom 3. I don't know why. Right? I don't know why I said Kraken. Probably because we're going to do Madam Web. So it's no secret that everybody has given their opinions on this movie when it came out, and we are here. Yeah, I'm here. We're here to confirm that it's as bad as everyone says it is.
Oh Lord! I'm just happy is that I didn't spend money on watching it in theaters.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I really don't know why Sony keeps pumping out these movies after Morbius. This is done by the screenplay is done by the guys who did Morbius, who did Venom 2, who did what else did they do? Dracula Untold. They did that weird Last Witch Hunt with Vin Diesel, I think.
Can we just stop hiring this guy? No offense to the dude, but like, okay, all the offense to the dude. You're not making good movies. Who keeps hiring you? Sony, clearly, but I'm like...
Apparently. But yeah, this movie stars Dakota Johnson as Madam Web. Also stars Sydney Sweeney and Isabella Mercer. And I forget the one for the other Spider-Woman. I am so sorry.
I've never seen her before in anything else.
Yeah, she does great. She does good. Everybody either does alright here or good. Especially Dakota Johnson. Sometimes she has it in her. Sometimes she's just like, I don't have it in me no more, man.
Look at their pursuit. Oh god, like they're giving an introduction to like, oh, this is her mom. She was in the 70s. And like she was doing some research.
Yeah.
And they're trying to look for this spider. I don't know what the story is with Madam Web. I don't really know her all that well.
Neither do I.
And like she gets betrayed by her like partner, and then a couple of spider people. Yeah, there are spider people, by the way. Like there's other Spider-Men in the jungle that have like this weird netted outfits that give her the power, or like she dies through childbirth but gives Dakota Johnson the powers.
Yeah.
Look, we're trying to piece together. Like it feels like I went into a coma and just forgot things, and I'm trying to piece it together.
Like, yeah, Madam Web has the power of foresight, where she can see into the future, and it's I don't know, man.
Astral projection.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. Honestly, I've only seen Madam Web in the animated series. So when I heard they were making movies, I'm like, really? About her? Alright. See what happens. I don't know, man. Every time Dakota Johnson would go through this whole Groundhog Day event thing, I was like, can you please stop doing that? It's getting really annoying.
It does. It really does. And like, it's so funny. Because majority of the time when you're like seeing an intense scene, you could tell that they just don't have it in them. Because we find out that like Ben Parker is actually a paramedic, and she's Dakota Johnson's partner.
Yeah.
Not romantic partner, like partner in the job. And we get signs of Aunt May, and like the mom of Peter Parker, and like Peter Parker is here just in a belly.
Yeah. The mom is Emma Roberts. I'm like, I didn't know you were in this movie. I really didn't.
Same here.
Mike Epps is the paramedic that died. Like, I didn't know you were in this movie either.
Yeah. Was there an O'Neill? I remember hearing a person named O'Neill in the Spider-Man universe.
I forgot.
None? Alright, cool. Anyway, but yeah. Because like, for her, when she got the powers, like when it woke up within her, she was inside of a car helping a dude get out.
Yeah.
And her partner like helps the guy out. She's still in the car, and the car falls into the river. And the partner has the best reaction. By the way, her partner is played by that guy from Step Brothers.
Yeah.
The really like dicky
young brother.
younger brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, she falls in, and he's like, "No." You know, like there's have a sense of urgency, man. Like,
Yeah, he's just like, no, I have better things to do in this with my career.
yeah, I was like, is it almost lunch? Because yeah, she falls in, and the guy's like, "Wait, no, oh, well, oh, shit."
Well.
And then like he resuscitates her, and he's like, again, not a sense of urgency.
Yeah, he's like, you almost died. Oh my god, you were there for 3 minutes. He's like, you almost died. You were
I was
there
like-
for a while.
No, she wakes up. He's like, "Did I die?" He's like, "Yeah, you were out for 3 minutes." And I'm like, "Are you guys human?"
Yeah. Like, do you not hear the sentence coming out from mouth, Mr. Ben Parker? You were underwater for 3 minutes, you almost died. But here, just, yeah, some normal Monday. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, right. Like he even like, your BP's through the roof.
Okay.
I'm just like, all right, you have to get yourself to a hospital. I was like, again, you don't sound like a worried friend at all.
Like, I never knew Uncle Ben was so apathetic. Jesus.
Right? This is with great power comes with great responsibility. Really?
Like, the only time that you cared about an emergency is when you got shot. Like, ah, fuck. I have bills to pay. But yeah. Also, we get introduced to the villain, Ezekiel Sims, basically Spider-Man from The Boys. Pretty lame villain. Like, half the time I'm like, for a guy who's swinging through New York half the time, you sound completely not bothered by that. Right? We've gotten used to, even in the game, Spider-Man swinging and he's like, alright, I'll be there in a few seconds. Here, Ezekiel Sims is like, alright, give me the information. You're like, are you not winded?
I don't know. I don't want to sound insensitive here, and it could be his accent, but this guy has. I need to say it. The worst deadpan tone, like ever. Like he's, in my opinion, probably the worst fucking villain.
To be fair,
Like,
I'm sure the
not in
actor
a
was
good
like,
way.
I have better things to do. I just don't have it in me no
he's
more.
in the Napoleon movie.
Huh.
Yeah, he's in like pretty good like other movies. I think they're he's French, right?
Is he? I thought he was
I don't know.
I thought he was South American in this one.
Yeah, he's supposed to be South American here, but like he has the worst fucking voice. Yeah, he's French. The actor's French.
Yeah.
But he's like, you gotta give me the like. He has a weird fucking voice. Like, we have to know their location, so we have to kill them. I'm like, I'm not doing it service. It's way more horrible than that. And I can't take him seriously. As you said, when he swings around, he doesn't sound exhausted or like he's putting in effort. He's just deadpan the entire time, and him being like him going, "This is a curse. I feel this every night." I'm like, yeah, I totally sympathize with you, but whatever. You know, and he kills like this agent. By the way, never knew what the plot was with this. Like, he sleeps with like somebody from the CIA or something like that, and
How?
there.
What a coinkydink. Like, you just so happen to bump to the only CIA person that's watching an opera, bring her home, kill her for information. Now you have the Dark Knight technology. And like, even your assistant's like, I don't think I want to be in this movie anymore. This is a horrible movie.
She hypes up this like surveillance. I get it.
Yeah.
It's based in 2003. Like, I get it. I guess there's not a lot of like that kind of technology, but to today's standards, it's like the norm.
Yeah.
But yeah, he keeps having like these flashbacks or like these visions of like these two girls killing him, and he just wants to like John Connor that shit. He wants to kill him before he even starts, and yeah, because that's his fate. And at the end of it, it's stupid because it's not his fate. So what's the point of fucking showing us this entire sequence? Why couldn't they just show us Madam Web?
They could show that trailer shot of all the girls in the costumes.
Their costume. Because the girls don't have their powers.
At
in this
all.
movie. Like,
Yeah.
at all. Like, I was like, what? By the way, the chemistry between three of them, like the Powerpuff Girls has better chemistry between them than these three girls.
Yeah.
Amazing actresses, by the way. Sydney Sweeney, very, like, I think she's in like a couple of like other movies that I don't know about, but anyway, I heard she was great.
Yeah.
Hot, by the way. Same with the girl from Sicario.
Oh, that was her? Shit. This entire time I was like, she looks very familiar. I don't know why. And it's bothering me. And then you tell me she's girl from Sicario and she's also Dora the Explorer. I forgot where else she's from, honestly. But I know she's in James Gunn's Superman as Hawk Girl. She's also Dina in The Last of Us Season 2.
Oh, right, cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait for her to like, pretty much get. I can't wait for her to get into better roles because holy shit, this one's shit.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't get enough of her character for me to feel anything. Like I think I got more of Sydney Sweeney's character where she's like the meek student. I'll desexualize for somebody who's in that age range.
Not legal. Yeah.
Yeah, where she like has to like roll up her shirt and then dance in front of these boys. I was like,
Yeah.
who wrote this?
Right.
And it was like, it's clearly you, the one who did like Venom.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Though that scene when Madam Web saves them in the diner and she runs over Ezekiel, that was the first time I was like, does Ezekiel not have a spider sense?
Spidey sense?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he just gets knocked over. I'm like, I thought you were Spider-Man. I don't, what
Yeah.
gives?
I don't get also why she could see into the future. What does spiders have to do anything with seeing the future?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Because I was looking it up and my girlfriend had to look it up too, where she was like, oh, it says here that spiders were like in folklore or like in it's an urban legend where spiders can predict like the future or like when the disaster would come. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's what they're basing it on.
Yeah. Also, when he's chasing them at the end, he's just leaping off cars. I'm like, does Spider-Man not have webbing? Or unless
I guess he doesn't have the like. I think that's a Peter Parker
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that, but they have concept art of a deleted scene of one of the futures was him fighting Tom Holland as Spider-Man. And they threw it out the bin because I guess Tom Holland saw this movie and he's like, can I not be in this one? I don't want to.
Yeah. I don't want to be associated with this one. Good, because he was a horrible villain. Had zero depth, and I can't give the actor anything because how he acted, I don't know if it was the director or him. I really don't, but he just didn't do it for me. Like, I really hated every time he talked.
Yeah.
And I was just like, shut up. Like,
Yeah. Also, it's funny, like, at the end when he's, like, throwing goblin grenades, in my mind, I was like, you do realize there's no stakes because in front of you is Ben Parker, and we're all like, he can die right now. He has to get shot.
Yeah. So it's kind of stupid that they made them close to Madam Web. Like, we know this character can't die yet because he has a purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird because can't Madam Web be like, can I talk to you for a bit? Can you avoid strange alleyways in the near future? I am begging you.
Right? Because they made it clear that she was like, oh, he's a like fun uncle who has all the fun but zero responsibility.
Yeah.
And Madam Web goes, nah, that's not what you think. Because he takes care of Peter Parker and he dies. I'm like, really? You couldn't do that for your friend where you avoided other people's deaths?
Yeah.
Like I guess she was like, oh, I saw it in the future where he's supposed to see you die. But like at the same time, like, oh well.
Oh well, no.
Oh well. Yeah, like for sure they'll have like that bullshit concept of like, I knew what was gonna happen to him, but I couldn't
interfere.
I couldn't interfere because it's supposed to.
Yeah, but you're like, Yeah, at the same time, you're like, but you interfered in the future of the girls. Why can't you
Yeah.
interfere in the future of your best friend's nephew?
Yeah, but I guess we get that answer from Spider-Verse.
That's true, but at the same time, this movie doesn't do a good job of answering or helping out Spider-Verse's equation, you know?
Yeah, like we also get like a little bit of backstory between the three girls. Like they all have like very shitty family dynamics, and
I don't know any of the characters. Like, it's a bad part of the movie that I'm like, oh no, I feel bad for, what's your face? Sydney Sweeney's character, Anya Isabel's character, and the other Spider-Man that I can't remember for life of me, because they never say the characters' names. It's just like,
yeah, they don't. They really fucking don't.
I don't. To be fair, they don't have their powers. They're just nothing at this point. And just like, why are you trying to hurt us? Then nothing to you. And Ezekiel's just like, because you tried to kill me in the future after you get powers. And like, why can't you just wait until we get powers to make sure that we're a threat to you?
Yeah, and like I don't know. It's just this entire movie's just bad.
Yeah.
It's just bad. Like we get to the last part. By the way, we don't give a shit about their backstory, where they're like, oh, our parents are usually gone and and they don't ever want to come back and see me, or they're ashamed of me. You don't really feel it. Like we get to the ending, and this is the most lackluster fucking fight scene
Yeah.
where she was like, you should have not been worried about the girls. You should have been worried about me, because I'm your future. I'm the one that kills you. I'm like, none of the flashbacks showed Madam Web in any way. Yes, it was the same death, but at the same time, it's like,
Yeah, and you don't really know why the girls killed Ezekiel Sims. You're like, because it really looks like they're just bullying him at the end. And you're like, do you
yes. Maybe that's why he's so mad. I'm like, I did nothing to you.
right? And yeah, he dies by Madam Web, and Madam Web falls into the water, and she's blinded by a firework. Underwater.
Yeah. By the way, the stupidest scene ever. I don't know if it's a thing. I really don't. But like, it's a very Deus Ex Machina, and they also butchered the line of like, with great responsibility comes with great power, or comes great power.
With great power comes great responsibility. They butchered that line. The guy was like,
Yeah.
if you have the power, if you have the responsibility, the power would come. You're like,
Sure. Yeah, I get it. Like, my girlfriend and I were like talking about it, and we're like, she was like, maybe it's like, oh, she would rise up to the occasion, you know, because now she's responsible for it. And I was like, now, and then I straight up was like, yeah, you're right. The movie's still stupid, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the entire half of the movie, Madam Web was like, well, it's not my problem. I'm gonna go home now. And the girls was like,
Right.
What? I don't understand. He's trying to kill us.
Yeah, and then yeah, she goes blind, and then she becomes like the Charlie to their Charlie's Angels.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Charles Xavier, too. No.
Oh, there's that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, where she could predict. It's so fucking stupid. I hate it. I really do. Where she's like, "Bless you, other girl." I was like, "What do you mean, achoo?" Ah, thanks. I'm like, what am I watching? What am I watching? And I'm like, Dakota, it was like, Dakota Johnson, I've seen you in better things. What the fuck?
I really don't know, man. And then we get, you know how the Raimi movies would end with like, oh, you frozen. Oh god, this fucking movie. Oh, so there you are. But yeah, how the Raimi movies would be like, what am I? I'm Spider-Man. Had like that inspirational moment. Here they try to do that, and you're just like, please stop. I want this movie to end. I'm begging you. I'm begging you.
Okay.
Yeah. And then that's the second time you ever see Sydney Sweeney, Isabella Merced, all of them in their costumes, especially Madam Web, and you're like, cool, the movie can wrap up, please God. I'm begging you.
Yeah.
Please don't let this tie into anything. Which it doesn't. It's like, you remember when Morbius had Vulture come at the end, and you were like, what's your purpose here? and we still don't have an answer. Thank God we never got an answer to that, because even Michael Keaton doesn't know. So you're like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, what a glorified
I
cameo.
don't know what's gonna happen with Madam Web. I don't think it's just gonna be scrubbed or like shoved under a rug kind of deal. Maybe.
I mean, since Secret Wars is coming out, maybe she can buddy up with Loki and the Watcher. I don't know. I feel bad for Dakota Johnson.
I doubt that. You know, studios would like utilize them to its fullest.
Yeah, I just feel bad for Dakota Johnson and the other actresses too, because you're like, you guys are better, have been in better things.
Yeah.
And you said Ezekiel Sims comes from the Joaquin Phoenix Napoleon, so you're like, you're in better things too. I don't understand this. Why does Sony keep pumping out these stupid fucking spin-off movies where it's about the villain of Spider-Man who has nothing to do with Spider-Man?
I don't know either. Anyway, let's just fucking go to the ratings.
What would you rate? What would you rate Madam? Well, what would you rate Madam Web?
I'll rate Madam Web. I don't want to rate Madam Web because I don't feel like it deserves a point. Because none of the actors felt like they were in it. Sydney Sweeney, great actress, and especially the girl who plays Isabella in like, or in the Sicario movies, she's great. Dakota Johnson, I know she's a good actress, but it's just all so horrible.
Yeah.
Like the writing was bad, the movie was just straight up bad, the villain sucks, the ending and everything. They tried to make it like, ooh, you got more to expect with like these Spider Women. To be honest, I don't want to see it. If it's gonna come out from the same fucking person, I don't want to see it. So yeah, I'm gonna give this one probably one of the lowest ratings I've ever given any movie. It's just straight up 0 out of 10. Like, I don't ever want to watch this, even as a joke. You know, like I don't ever want to watch it because it kind of dismissed a lot of like logic when it came to like other Spider-Man material. I don't know how this ties in at all, you know. And you know how movies are so bad they're kind of good, where I kind of give them a little bit of like a 3 or a 4 or a 2, where I still enjoyed a bit.
Yeah.
Here I was straight up building my Lego while I was watching it, and I had to rewind a lot because I was like, wait, what happened? You know, like I wasn't paying attention at all. So yeah, this movie's absolute dog shit.
Funny enough, what was I reading? I was reading Spider-Gwen half the time when I was watching this. I was like, there's a better female-led Spider-Man comic somewhere in my collection, and there it is. Yeah. I'll give this a 1. I like some of... No, I'll give this a 0. Didn't like anything. I realized like halfway through my sentence, like, I like some of the acting. No, I didn't. Because all of it was here or there. Again, you've seen these actresses and actors in better things. Especially with like Dakota Johnson and Sydney Sweeney. You're like, I know you're great in Euphoria and in other movies, and Dakota Johnson has been great everywhere else that's not 50 Shades of Grey. She's in like the Suspiria remake.
Yeah.
And like Isabella Merced has better things coming for her. Again, she's in James Gunn's Superman. She's in The Last of Us 2, even though I don't like the storyline of The Last of Us, but I'm glad she has a big HBO show coming up.
Yeah.
And she's surrounded with other great people too, with like Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal. And I don't know if you noticed, but they already cast Abby too for The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's not Florence Pugh.
Yeah. You know, there's a time where people were like, maybe Sydney Sweeney could make a great Gwen Stacy for Tom Holland. I was like, oh, cool. As long as she's not in any other Marvel movie, and then she's in here, and I'm like, I hope they scrap this. Please be in a better Marvel movie. But yeah, I don't know what to ask the audience. What's the worst comic book movie you guys have ever seen? Comment down below.
Yeah. I don't know why you're like trying to prolong this video as much as you can, dude. Just like let's leave.
No, I just want the audience to interact with us. There's something positive has to
Yeah,
come out of this movie. This video.
Nothing's positive out of this movie.
But yeah, that's my video on Madam Web. What do you guys think? Please comment below. And I didn't even notice you froze for a second. I just wanted to end. But yeah. Please like our video, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok. TikTok to see your best and funniest moments. Spotify to hear us on the go. And the video I'm Jodas Voices on TikTok. And Ants Wolf on Letterboxd. Where can they find you?
You can find me at JomJM_ on Instagram. It is my right account.
And I'm going to Disney Plus to watch some more WrestleMania because it's the only good thing coming out of this video right now. What are you going to do?
So.
Alright.
I have work.
Oh well. See you guys on the next one. Bye everybody.
Ciao.